Hi, Stefanie.
Hi.
How are you today?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm a little tired, but
Mm.
I'm doing okay.
Hmm. I can hear that the way you sigh about it.
Mhm.
Maybe you wish to tell me what was it that made you so tired?
I was just up. Um, I work um night shift and just got home and couldn't really sleep. I was thinking a lot about my mom and
Hmm.
having those same reoccurring thoughts about her just being when I was had going through things or just work and school, and I was able to talk to her, and it just I feel alone.
Hmm.
And I just have it feels like an empty pit in
Hmm.
my soul because it's just since she's been gone, I just don't really even know like she was my best friend, so I just don't know. Just going through a lot of emotion.
Hmm. I can hear that.
Hmm.
That being awake at night drained you physically, and on top of all, you feel numb and empty, as you said, because of all these thoughts and a lack of safe haven for you in the face of mom.
Yeah. I mean, I feel a constant sadness, but last night it was really bad. It was almost um like a profound like
Mm,
sadness. Like I cried for a pretty long time.
mm,
And so um I knew I was worked up and upset, you know?
mm. I I can imagine where you come from. I I remember one metaphor about grief. If you wish, I can explain a bit about it to you because it relates to
Hmm.
what you felt, this intensity of this sadness and pain, as you mentioned. Often grief is compared to the sea and the waves in it, and maybe even the ocean. And as you know, there are different intensities of these waves.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's serene, then it maybe a little bit more, you know, shaky, and you feel like it's pleasant to drift on it. But sometimes they are really very strong and as if they are sweeping you away.
Hmm.
And that metaphor, I like. What I like about it is very much close to the experience of grief, like
Hmm.
overarching experience of grief, how it evolves and how the dynamic of it, I would say. So I can see that it was a peak of that very strong, the ninth wave, as they say, which comes the last
Hmm.
and is the strongest, strongest one. And it seems you
Yeah.
have survived it, though you feel numb, but it seems you have
Yeah.
survived it.
Yeah. I really like that metaphor because I actually love the ocean
Mm,
and at night I could have did that last night. I should have put on my wave music. You can get this app where it gives you, like sea coming
mm,
in and out of a sound. It gives you different sounds of waves, so it can be more intense. It can be very subtle and also does rain. I like
Mm,
rain also, but it gives you rain falling on a roof or a tin roof, a thunderstorm, and it helps you sleep. So I really like that because I'm really connected to the ocean.
mm. And sounds like you
Yeah.
have also one of the most powerful relaxation techniques at hand. So maybe that metaphor, and if you pair it with that relaxation technique, can
Hmm.
in a way also help you to reflect on it from a different
Yeah.
angle.
Yeah. And going back to what you said about feeling numb, I did feel numb last night.
Mm,
Like an intense I was just really worked up, and I usually avoid feeling that worked up or emotional because I have a lot of things I have to do.
mm,
But last night I just kind of let it go and kind of let my emotions. Sometimes I feel like embarrassed because I think I let my emotions get the best of me.
mm. It's too much in your view sometimes, and it may sweep you away, as a strong wave
Hmm.
can do that, and even can harm
Yeah.
us physically, to use that metaphor of the ocean again.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah, we can talk about it more um,
Hmm.
sometime later. But I
Hmm.
want to thank you for sharing uh, your experience and how you feel today. I wanted still to ask, and first of all, to appreciate that you came, because it speaks of your commitment, and it also demonstrates the importance that you assign to these sessions. And first of all, I want to appreciate that, and then to ask you if you feel comfortable to have a session today at all.
Yeah, I do.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. Mhm.
You're welcome. So today, first of all, I wanted to discuss one topic that also, in a way, starts off from our previous intake session. Um,
Mhm.
we have, and then to do some, to roll out some assessment tools to get a bit of understanding in terms of where we stand with these experiences and how intense they are, and then
Mhm.
to be able to plan together with you the most appropriate treatment. How
Okay.
that sounds for you, that plan of the session.
Yeah, sounds good.
Mhm. All right. So the first thing that I wanted to um, discuss with you is our differences. But initially, I wanted to appreciate our commonalities as well. As it was mentioned during last session, we share the same age. We also have same passions and commitments. And
Mhm.
in a way, we concluded that that can be a very good starting point in our relationship, therapeutic relationship. And another important thing that unites us was religion. No
Mhm.
matter of different denominations, still the values that we share are uh, uh, common, and that can also be a contributing factor.
Mhm.
Uh, However, I also wanted to discuss the differences that we have, because that is an important factor for us to understand where we are coming from, and especially to really enable me to understand you better.
Mhm.
Yeah?
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. Are you comfortable with it?
Yes. I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. So, knowing that we come from different race, first of all, I wanted to hear a bit from you. How does it feel like to you being an African American, to
Hmm.
approach a counselor who is white?
Hmm.
And how do you feel about that dynamic of interaction? I wanted to ask you how it feels for you, and if you have anything that I need to know, and uh, I may consider during our
Hmm.
sessions. That would be very important and helpful for us both.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, I it's okay. I feel there's a plus side to this. Our therapeutic relationship because um even though you might not understand African American or American um like fully, and then you have to, ask questions, I'm okay with that because you're getting to the root of like why I'm here, my symptoms, so I'm okay with that. Also, I should have told you, my mom, so I'm biracial, so that's what they say in America.
Mhm.
I know international, they usually go by where they're from, not more so race like color. Like I'm black or I'm white, but in America they do like do those they do say that type of stuff. But
Mhm.
I'm biracial, so that means my mom is white and my dad is black. So I was raised in like my mom had what they say is like a interracial relationship.
Mhm.
So in America, it was viewed upon very hard when I was growing up. Back then, it wasn't really accepted
Mhm.
that white and black people be together. So I was called a lot of names, bad names by
Mhm.
people, mostly because we lived in growing up, we lived in a black community, and I didn't really hear from many black people from Ohio, but a lot when I moved down on a certain side of town, which in where I'm from, there's different sections kind of still back in the 80s that were segregated. So we moved in a predominantly like white neighborhood,
Mhm.
with some blacks there, but they didn't really like that my mom and dad were together. So my mom was called a lot. I heard my mom be called a lot of bad names.
Mhm.
Uh, so that kind of affected me and kind of put a stereotype on when I was little
Mhm.
on the views of how white people may view African Americans. So growing up, I kind of didn't make a lot of friends because of the treatment that I saw my mom go through and um in her personal life with her family.
Mhm.
Um being she was disowned. Um so she's from a small she was born in the she's a boomer. So
Mhm.
she was born back then when it's not acceptable at all.
Mhm.
They actually here in America had laws where black and whites couldn't marry.
Mhm. I'm
Yeah,
aware of
so
these laws, yeah, and that it's
yeah,
only since recent that things
yeah,
have changed. And
yeah.
looks like
But
your
yeah.
mom also had a rupture of
Hmm.
relationship with her family, and in a way, these traumatic experiences also affected her to certain
Hmm.
level. And that is a very important content that you are sharing with me, and I want to appreciate your
Hmm.
openness to talk about it, because
Hmm.
this this is important because it may have also implications on why do you feel like that. currently?
Mm-hmm.
And why do you relate to demise of your mom in such a
Mm-hmm.
painful and intense way, and how these
Mm-hmm.
experiences in a way also connect to that intergenerational trauma and trauma due to systemic oppression. There
Mm-hmm.
can also be some systemic oppressions that you are experiencing that may in a way also contribute to how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to appreciate that again, that you share with me all of that, because it can help us to see what and how can we address together
Yeah.
to holistically plan the treatment and make sure it's efficient.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So I had to deal with a lot growing up, but now, like I said, um, I work. Um, some of my best friends are white. Um, so as you grow older, you just understand that the way that the world is, but it doesn't include everybody. So
Mhm,
yeah, so I'm okay with as long as I feel safe in talking about these issues, then I'm okay. I don't have an
mhm, mhm.
issue. Yeah.
And that is an important disclosures that we have now. These are important disclosures that we have now because, as you are aware, I live on an African continent. Uh,
Hmm.
Being white on an African continent, I cannot say it's the same experience as being black on an American continent, Northern
Yeah.
American continent. Let me be precise. However, I wanted to, um, what I want to say, I'm very close to African culture, and
Hmm.
I have spent already, how many years? 8 years on
Hmm.
an African continent, and I'm married to an African already for 5 years.
Hmm.
However, it is totally different compared to the culture of Black or African Americans in the US. That's why I need to understand.
Hmm.
However, this experience of being in a minority is something that I'm very familiar with. Though
Hmm.
on an African continent, it is not of a derogatory nature.
Hmm. Hmm.
They can call me Muzungu, but it doesn't mean something negative,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
However, there were instances when, let's say, a Black child saw me and started crying because they never
Hmm.
saw a white person before. And
Hmm.
there are some cultural tales that African people tell to their children, similar to white cultures as well, that, let's say, in a
Hmm.
white culture, there is this scary tale that a Black person will come and take you away, or a Black hand will come and take you away. But it's the same in the African culture, though they don't use the word
Yeah.
white, they say a transparent person will come, and transparent person
Okay.
is white person. Because when they see that blood runs, the veins of the blood on
Hmm.
the skin of the white person, they consider it's a transparent person.
Yeah.
So that
That's
is the,
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's another expression of I would say something unknown for children to be
Hmm.
scared of. So
Hmm.
in that sense, still being in a different, I would say, in different continuums of racial experience, I can hear what you're saying, and I can imagine how it
Mhm.
feels to be in the minority. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
wondering how
thank
that
you for that.
sounds to you, and what do you think about what I have shared?
Yeah, that's interesting because in America they have derogatory well, my mom and dad, well, my dad mostly, he would tell us stories um kind of like that you're saying in your where you live, but he would say when he was growing up, this white person, or he would put the name to it or whatever, and tell us stories like we weren't allowed to like interact with them, or I had to go through back doors because my dad had me late in life. So he was 50 in
Mm-hmm.
the 80, I mean, in the 70s when he had me. So he
Mm-hmm.
grew up during the civil rights movement. And I just remember him telling me stories that kind of made me also kind of look weary on this, mostly on the system, though. Like,
Mm-hmm.
gosh, why would you make someone go through a back door or drink at a certain water fountain? So it's just very, very sad. And then I seen it firsthand and experienced it. So it always made me wary as a child, like to trust people.
Mm-hmm.
And probably that's why I have such a attachment maybe to my mom
Hmm.
because she made me feel safe.
Oh, that's a very, very significant insight that you have now. I want you to
Hmm.
remember that, and I want to ask you
Yeah.
to memorize what you have said, that
Okay.
actually you are attached to mom because there were so many systemic, scary uh, situations that may
Hmm.
potentially have stressed you or made you feel unsafe, that you have decided
Yeah.
mom to be a safe haven, and that attachment
Yeah.
still continues. I really want
Yeah.
to appreciate that's a very powerful insight, and that's the
Hmm.
reason why I wanted us to discuss these important cultural details. And again,
Hmm.
acknowledging that I may know something about African culture, still I do not know many things. And I want to invite you always to explain to me what it means to you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Good.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I'm glad that we had that introduction. I know it took some time, but I hope you feel positive about it.
Yeah.
And today I wanted to offer you two inventories, but we can see how the session develops, because I don't want to pass over the time of the session, considering that
Okay.
you are also tired. First one is called International Prolonged Grief Disorder Scale, and the reason why I have chosen this scale is
Hmm.
because there are two important factors that you have mentioned. First, the intensity of these experiences of sadness, not being able to concentrate, thinking about
Hmm.
mom. These, I would say, these presentations that's how we call it in mental health field, that
Hmm.
somehow still connect you, keep you connected with mom, and on the other hand, the timeline of her demise, yeah, which is
Hmm.
years, as you have mentioned. So there are two different parts of the reason why I'm offering you this scale, because there is a condition called prolonged grief disorder,
Okay.
which implies that if the intensity of these feelings towards the significant person who passed away did not dissipate throughout first year of demise, and if it lasts longer than 1 year, then there may be potentially a sign of this potential condition. But I'm not saying that this is what we are dealing with. Um,
Hmm.
I'm offering you this inventory that we can go through together and see what we are dealing with, and then also discuss. And it has some questions about culture. If you feel that it's not enough, I will just invite you in the end to describe a little bit more what are the timelines of grief in your particular
Hmm.
culture, but that can be answered later on. How does
Okay,
that sound to you?
that sounds good.
Okay,
Hmm.
great. So we have a Likert scale for this questionnaire. Are you aware of the concept of the Likert scale, or you want me to explain it to you?
Um, I think I understand it. You're just gonna rate like maybe my symptoms and like how long I've had those symptoms.
Mm. That's very much close to it. Let me quickly explain. Likert scale
Hmm.
gives you five possible options to rate the intensity, yeah, or duration. So in
Okay.
this case, it's about, I would say, frequency. It's from 1 to 5. One is not at all, two is rarely, three is sometimes, four is often, and five is always. So
Okay.
when I will be asking a question, it's a close-ended question, but you can choose from the Likert scale
Okay.
the frequency of these experiences. Yeah,
Okay.
does that make sense?
Yes.
Hmm. And we will have 14 questions overall.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds good.
good. So let us start. So the first question is, I'm longing or yearning for the deceased. That's a statement in a way, it's not a question. I'm
Okay.
longing or yearning for the deceased. And you can choose from 1 to 5, one being not at all, two rarely, three sometimes, four often, and five always. How do you feel
Um,
within past week, if you can focus on a past week? Yeah.
on past week 5.
Hmm. All right. Okay. Then the second one, I am preoccupied with thoughts about the deceased or circumstances of the death. Not at all, rarely, sometimes, often, always.
4 often.
Often, often.
Hmm.
I have intense feelings of sorrow related to the deceased from 1 to 5.
Um, 4.
Often, often.
Yeah.
I feel guilty about the death or circumstances surrounded the death.
Yep. 5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Because my mom was in hospice, so I
Mm.
feel, yeah.
Mhm. You feel there is something that you may have done better.
I just, that's, I think, where the tension comes from with my family, because my mom made me like, over her health. If it declined, then I would have to make those decisions. So I was the one who decided to put her in hospice. And some of my family members didn't want me to, but her quality of life was like it basically was depleted. Like there was nothing else
Mhm.
the doctors could do. So I just didn't want her to suffer. So I feel guilty because my family makes me feel like that. So
Mhm. That is a
Not more
tormenting.
so of
Mm,
like what God's will is or plan, but more so I feel guilty because my family makes me feel like that. Yeah.
mm. That is a decision that you have made, and it is tormenting how you are
Yeah.
being judged about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm. I'm angry over the loss
A five.
always. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I try to avoid reminders of the deceased or the death as much as possible. For instance, pictures or memories.
Um, yeah, four. Yeah.
Or I blame others or the circumstances for the death. For instance, higher power or
Uh,
anyone else.
Not really. Um, so that would be what? One? One is one through five.
Not at all. Yeah,
One.
the one, not
Yeah,
at
not at
all.
all. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I have trouble or just don't want to accept the loss.
Um, no, so I would say one. I accept it. Yeah.
Mhm,
Because of my faith, I accept it. Yeah.
mhm. You believe that this is something that spiritually.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom was sick. She had type 2 diabetes, so she lived with it for a while and
Mm,
it caused a lot of issues. So with her health, she was had some of her toes amputated and was
mm,
on oxygen, had a lot of health problems. So yeah.
mm. That was, in a way, a, a pain for her to go through all these physical ailments, and you feel it's a relief for her to
Yeah.
reunite
Hmm.
with higher power and
Yeah.
with God,
Hmm.
to be
Yeah.
with God, as you mentioned. You believe she is with God.
Yes. Hmm. Yeah. In a new body. And same, but just no pain, no. She suffered a lot.
Mm, mm. And now
And I've seen
she,
her health like deteriorate
mm.
over the years. Yeah.
And this demise frees her from suffering, and now she's sound,
Yeah.
reunited with God.
Yeah.
Uh, I feel that I lost a part of myself. Not at all.
Yes.
Rarely, sometimes, often, always.
I
How
would say
often do you feel?
three. Sometimes I do.
Sometimes.
It's period, yeah, three
Mhm.
periodically, but three. Yeah.
It's not so, I would say, intense in terms of frequency, sporadically.
Yeah. It's sporadic. Like last night, I haven't had that feeling in a long time, but
Hmm.
it was, you know, like I felt like I was losing myself or
Mm.
uh yeah, so
Hmm. Mm. I can see this night was a very hectic experience for you.
yeah.
I have trouble or have no desire to experience joy or satisfaction.
Um
Not at all, rarely, sometimes, often, always.
no, I would say a one on that one.
Not at all. Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel emotionally numb.
Yeah. A four.
Often, always, often.
Yeah, four
Mhm.
often.
Mhm. I have difficulties engaging in activities I enjoyed prior to the death.
Um, yeah, two. Yeah.
Mm. Grief significantly interferes with my ability to work, socialize, or function in everyday life.
Um, a three.
Mhm.
It's off and on.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Mostly,
Sometimes or often.
three is sometimes, right?
Mhm. Three
Yeah,
is often.
sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
Mhm. And that is a cultural question relating to culture.
Okay.
My grief would be considered worse, for instance, more intense, severe, and or longer in duration than for others from my community or culture.
Mm. Um, it depends, I think. So I still have to rate that, right? One
Uh,
through five?
it's
Or do I just
not at
really say
all.
it?
It's not at all.
Um,
Rarely, sometimes, often, always. I can read out
I,
the statement again. My
no,
grief.
I got it. I
Okay.
would say a three. It
Sometimes.
depends. Yeah, sometimes.
Mhm.
Again, I come from two different worlds and African American culture, Black.
Mhm.
Um, they grieve sometimes they grieve for a very long time, depending on what like if you're African American Episcopal, if you're Baptist, if you're no religion at all.
Mhm.
Um, some people grieve for a very long time, and then some people grieve in more of a homage way. So
Mhm.
they pay homage to the deceased. So they might, every year when that person has passed
Mhm.
away, they might have like a dinner or a party.
Mhm.
So grieving a deceased person for years after they've passed away
Mhm.
is not uncommon, but in religion, I mean, in the grieving process for maybe a Caucasian, it's a little bit more.
Mhm.
I've noticed for the older people, they don't really grieve. They do the burial, and then they might grieve in privacy, if that makes
Mhm.
sense. But I've
Mhm. Mhm.
never experienced a white family having a dinner or paying homage to the deceased after like a year. Once they're gone, it's
Mhm.
just kind of nobody really talks about it, I
Mhm.
feel. Like my brother, I have a brother who my mom had him before she met my father. So I have a white brother, and he
Mhm.
doesn't really talk about my mom like how like how I do, if that makes sense
Mhm.
or whatever.
Yes,
But
yes, it
yeah.
does make a perfect sense. These distinctions
Hmm.
um, with the, I would say, the cultural tradition of paying a homage to the deceased are different in the Black and colored communities than
Hmm.
in the
Yeah.
Caucasian communities, and that
Yeah.
makes a very that brings a very important facet into especially into the aspect of the timeline and duration of the loss. Yeah.
Mm. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yes. So I noted also here, knowing that it has been 2 years since mom's demise, I noted that
Hmm.
the loss occurred from 1 to 5 years. And
Mm.
now I also wanted to invite you to complete the cultural supplement. Of course, if you feel comfortable continuing the session, we are still remaining with about 10 minutes. If you are
Mm.
able to, and if you feel you can still engage, please feel free to share with me, and
Yeah,
we can.
I feel fine to keep going. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Then. It's a 20 item supplement with the same structure. There will be statements, and you will rate according to the frequency of these experiences
mhm.
and within past week. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, I experienced strong physical problems since the loss, such as headache, problems with appetite. Not at all,
Um,
rarely, sometimes, often, and always.
Not appetite per se. Headaches, sometimes.
I would do anything to feel close to the deceased, visit their grave every day, sleep next to their picture, so on and so forth.
Yeah, often. Was that a
Often,
four?
often,
Four?
yes, it's a four.
Yeah.
Since the loss, my behavior has changed drastically in an unhealthy direction. For instance, I consume alcohol or do something else that is unhealthy.
Um, yeah, I don't drink. I do have, like I told you, that caffeine. So
Okay.
I have picked up drinking a lot of more caffeine. So yes.
Often or
So,
always?
always.
Always. All right. The loss shattered my trust in life or faith in God, a higher spiritual power.
No,
Mhm.
I would say that's a one.
Yeah. It is impossible for me to focus
Sometimes.
sometimes. My grief is so intense that I feel stuck in grief
Um, Sometimes.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I just can't seem to fall back into a rhythm.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Mhm. Sometimes.
Sometimes I feel like I'm off. Yeah. A lot. Yeah.
I feel paralyzed and disconnected, for instance, as if I'm not in my own body.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sometimes.
I have no energy or desire to engage in activities.
Um, I'll put that as a one.
Not at all, rarely.
Not at all. Not so not
Not
at
at all.
all would
Mhm.
mean,
One.
yeah. Yeah. One.
This life holds no meaning since the death.
Oh, no.
Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
I want to die in order to be with the deceased.
Oh, not at
No.
all. Mm.
I don't feel close to other people or feel no satisfaction when being around others
Mm, yeah, sometimes,
sometimes. I feel like I
especially
have,
when it's my family.
mm, yes, I understand because of the uh,
Yeah.
frictions and rupture that we
Yeah.
have mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
That is understandable. I feel
Hmm.
like I have completely lost control.
Mm, sometimes.
I'm searching for the deceased with the hope to find her.
No. I
Mhm.
guess that would be a one, not at all.
I feel life is hopeless because of the loss.
Um, so hopeless, would that mean that you feel lonely or
No,
hopeless meaning,
that's a very good question. Hopeless when you feel there is nothing to hope for
okay,
and that
gotcha,
you do not even want to give life a chance.
gotcha.
Mhm,
That would be not at all.
mhm. I constantly look back upon the past relationship
Yeah, often
of them.
for, yeah.
I feel so helpless since I lost her.
Um, no, well,
Mhm.
I would say that's a one.
I feel she's beside me.
Yeah, often.
I cry loudly when I think of the loss.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes.
Mhm. I can't trust others since the loss.
All the time, yeah. Five.
Five. All right. That concludes the supplement as well.
Okay,
Thank you for your engagement,
thank
Stephanie,
you.
for your hard work despite being so tired. I will do some work on this um, uh, test that we have completed today and will then get back to you
Mm-hmm.
and we
Sounds good.
can discuss what it means and where can we start from, considering also that you are invited to share your personal experiences about any content that I may not be able to understand fully, considering my
Okay.
cultural background. Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Mhm. All right. I want to wish you
Okay.
to have a good rest and
I
to
will.
get more rejuvenation and energy uh,
Yeah.
until we meet each other next week
All right.
for the session.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you so much as well. Bye bye,
Okay.
Stephanie.
Bye-bye.